the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. Welcome to this edition of 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the San Antonio Spurs up against the Houston Rockets. And for Houston, they've talked about the importance of starting fast, playing with energy right off the tip. Let's face it, no team likes to play catch-up if they can avoid it. We'll see how it works for him tonight. LaMarcus Aldridge suiting up tonight. Great combination of size and skill. Question is, Kenny, can he be the backbone of a franchise?
Oh, we know he could score. And we know he's tough on the low box. He can step out on the perimeter. He is a superstar, but he's not the superstar. There's a difference. But he is a superstar.
You want to bring consistent effort and energy every night? Listen, when Aldridge is fully engaged, reminds me of myself, Kenny. Nearly unstoppable.
Wow.
Could you stop LaMarcus Aldridge?
I wasn't known for defense.
What were you known for?
Everything else.
Wow.
And wearing a lot of makeup?
Wow.
That wraps it up here.
I have acne problems.
They missed a spot over that whole big face. Thanks for joining us. See you later.
We're at the sold-out arena in San Antonio, Texas. We'll see the Houston Rockets taking on the San Antonio Spurs. Well, what better way to spend a Monday night than with the 2K Sports team and the NBA? Welcome, everyone. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, we know Rockets coach Mike D'Antoni was the architect of the 7 seconds or less offense in Phoenix. But he says we should have been more aggressive. We kept asking, is it too many threes? Now, there's no such thing. Kevin?
Great stuff, D.A. Thanks. Clark, tonight we're going to see two conference rivals go at it heading into this type of game, knowing that setup. What's your mentality?
Well, I think first and foremost, excitement. You're chomping at the bit to get after these guys because you're salivating about the opportunity to take down your rival. Nothing excites you more and gets the competitive juices going more than having a chance to take your rival down.
Absolutely, and it really reflects in terms of what that standing shows too. You win against your rival. It's like 2 wins instead of 1.
Yeah, it does. It carries a little extra weight.
A look at the opening lineup for the Houston Rockets. The engine of this team, Paul and Harden in the backcourt. Clint Capela is out there with P.J. Tucker, and it's Gordon in at the small forward position. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jakob Poeltl. That's his first foul. Capela finds Tucker. Back to Capela, and here is Paul. 6 to shoot. Here's Tucker. Misses the 3. Murray surveying the D. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Well, with Kawhi Leonard gone, a new era for the Spurs. Even with the addition of DeMar DeRozan, San Antonio looks to be entering their most significant rebuild in decades.
Yeah, but at least they were able to get a star in DeRozan. Now, I would call it more of a reload than a rebuild for the Spurs. Still a lot of talent to work with on that roster.
2 shots. Blue shot.
And the first one drops.
You take a look at the Rockets' offense, and they've become lean and mean. Very few mid-range shots, no long 2s. It's all 3s and points in the paint. They keep their menu tight, and it works for them.
He's off on the second. You talked about the Rockets' focus offensively. It's all on Harden and Chris Paul.
Yeah, they're the main shot creators for that offense. Everybody else better be happy spotting up, setting picks and rolling, and scoring in transition. The Beard and CP are going to have the ball in their hands most of the time.
Here's White. James Harden picking up that last basket.
And they're going to have to think about sitting him out. I mean, that's his second foul here in less than a minute.
San Antonio shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
And you really got to give them a ton of credit for what they've done at the free throw line this season. How about 82% as a unit?
Yeah, in general, they've been very solid. I mean, free throw shooting isn't something they've had to worry about too much this season, guys.
And he knocks down the first one. And the Spurs now in the post-Kawhi Leonard era of the franchise. Greg, how do they recover, do you think?
If any team can survive losing a player of Kawhi's caliber, it's got to be the Spurs. They have good depth, got a good return in the trade, and players will step up. Won't be the power they once were for a while, but they'll rebound in no time.
Pass to Rivers. Now Capela, White covering. Capela with the bucket. Capela's got his first points of the game.
Capela's a capable scorer from the interior. Nice job there.
Gordon against DeRozan. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And not sure what you can do with a guy like that. With his handles, he can just take defenders to school.
Rivers kicks it to Tucker. Pass to Rivers. Lets the three fly. A nice shot by Tucker. Tucker's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And here is Murray. And there's the pass to DeRozan. 2 points. That one goes.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting called, and for good reason.
Well, you know, Greg, they can count on him to get buckets. I mean, he's getting the ball because he's very efficient when he has it.
Tie game in San Antonio. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. A unique upbringing for Clint Capela. Spent years in a welfare orphanage in Switzerland. He said he never imagined he'd come this far.
Even as a kid, I wasn't even dreaming about that far. I would say that's even past my dreams. I mean, now I'm just living the moment, trying to work hard as I can, and just enjoy the present. Enjoy the present.
Just an inspiring story, Greg. It gives you perspective on why you should be grateful for everything you have.
Kevin, without a doubt, Capela's upbringing helped shape him, and the hard work he continues to put in is really admirable.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And taking a look at San Antonio's performance here, what do you think they've been?
Love how Capela stays alert on the offensive board, creating second chance opportunities thanks to that activity.
That instant replay brought to you by Under Armour Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive the unleashing of chaos that time. Gay drives in, on target from 13 feet.
Well, you know, one of the things about Mike D'Antoni is that he's an excellent offensive mind, but he gives his players so much confidence. His defensive reputation is not as strong, but with the Rockets last season, they actually were a lockdown team at times. D'Antoni answering those critics about not being a defensive-minded coach.
And Capela with the basket on the assist by Shumpert. Capela's got the lead up to 2 now for the Rockets. On offense, here are the Spurs. Now Mills. Pass to Bertens. Here's the three. Sinks the triple. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Gordon dishes to Rivers from downtown, and that's good. Eric Gordon for 3. Gordon's got the lead back up to 2 now for Houston.
Good quickness on the catch and shoot. Gordon giving the defense no time to react off the pass.
DeRozan against Gordon to the left side wing. And here's Mills for three. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Rockets lead by 2. Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, you're watching 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is our halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Houston found themselves in a close game in the first. Nothing seemed to give way on either side of the scoring column as they wrapped up the period all knotted up. They had a slight edge on the scoreboard in the second quarter, but only by the slimmest of margins. Kenny, what'd you think about the Rockets?
They played aggressive, lockdown defense. That was the main difference in the first half. Because when you come out and establish that you're going to play physical, that sets the tone for the rest of the game. On top of that, I think they showed more energy, outworking and out-hustling.
Shaq, let's get your thoughts on San Antonio.
Well, they spent a lot of time away from the basket offensively. They need to get in the paint, Ernie. Whether it's running the offense through the low post or on dribble drives, pick and rolls, get into the paint.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. Clint Capela really making a difference here.
And I'll tell you, his work on the blocks in that first half, really impressive.
Yeah, he squatted on that paint area and owned it, perfectly using his size and that soft touch inside. That's a heck of a combination, strength, size, and soft touch. Nice.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. And so in the game for the Rockets, Paul and Harden are the incredible backcourt duo. PJ Tucker is out there with Clint Capela, and it's Gordon in at the 3. San Antonio trailing here. And Greg, another free agent this past summer was Chris Paul. Many unsure of what his plans might be, but he made them very clear in a hurry.
Paul signing very early in free agency with the Rockets. Huge 4-year deal worth $160 million. Rockets are in win-now mode and were willing to commit the money to Paul to give them a shot at winning a title in the next few seasons.
Bellinelli, he's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And a switch here also for Houston. Green's checked in. Harden outside. Bellinelli with it. Murray kicks to Bellinelli. Birtle, the pass to Murray. To the middle, stolen by Tucker. The 3 from Harden hits the three-point bomb. Harden's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for Houston.
And 2 for 1, that's what they'd like to get right now.
That would be ideal, and that's exactly what they'll try to do. They don't need to rush it, just need to get a quality shot, and quickly.
And another turnover here by San Antonio. San Antonio making a switch here. Gay's checked in. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Harden scanning the floor. Green kicks it to Tucker. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Tucker's got his second basket of the night.
Tell you what, for a guy who's inconsistent from 3, Tucker's showing you he can be scary out there at times for a defense.
Call against Murray. Pass to Aldridge. Shoots over Tucker, and a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Aldridge has got his first points of the night.
His mid-range game is what sets Aldridge apart from the other bigs in our league. He's about as accurate a shooter as you'll find among players with his size.
The third quarter comes to a close. Houston on top, leading by 6. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Gang and Aldridge are up front. Then it's DeRozan, then it's Mills, and it's Forbes in at the shooting guard position. That's the San Antonio 5.
I don't think there's anybody better than Harden at converting through contact. Superb in that area because he's crafty, he's strong, and he's skilled.
Find the lane. One shot.
Spurs trail by 9. Here's DeRozan. Kicks it to Mills. Just 5 on the clock. Here's DeRozan. Rebounded by Capela. Rockets leading by 9. We've got 1:18 left in the fourth quarter. Stolen by Gay. Now here's Mills, defended by Paul. Forbes can't get it to go.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Here's Harden. Here's Capela. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for Houston.
I think the attitude was very impressive. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Absolutely. They put on a tremendous performance in terms of the effort and intensity. This was a well-deserved win.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Clint Capela.
Yeah, and he was relentless, nonstop energy. I mean, he just never slowed down or turned off.
San Antonio calls timeout. They're trailing by 12. There's 53 seconds left in the fourth. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Clint Capela.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
I don't think anyone in this building saw this coming. I'm sure that of the players who these fans thought would beat them, his name was not at the top of the list.
Tremendous effort here on the road. That plane ride home is going to be sweet.
No doubt about it, partner, but unfortunately the flip side of that coin, the drive home for the hometown fans, going to be rather flat.
Well, this one is winding down now. Houston can watch the clock run out. Harden outside. So we see Houston taking the W here. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Chris, big win tonight. What do you think was the biggest factor?
I mean, I don't know. You know, it was just our defense. You know, obviously our offense fed off of it. Guys made open shots, but I think we really locked down defensively, and that's what we're trying to make sure is that we're a defensive team every night.
Well, you were a defensive team tonight, Chris. Thanks for your time. Kevin?
David, thank you as always. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And we'll see you next time.